Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome back to One Up Creation. Today, I'm going to talk about the Nintendo Switch reveal. I know it's been about a week since the reveal actually happened, and honestly, I've gone through a mix of emotions from the time the reveal happened until now. But I'm going to talk about some of those mixed emotions, some of my thoughts, and excuse me if you kind of see me looking over. I have a list pulled up so that way I can kind of make sure to touch on everything that the Switch discussion touched on, as well as everything that I kind of want to go over. So first and foremost, let's talk about the hardware itself. March 3rd. Never thought they would say March 3rd. March 3rd was a big, big surprise to me. As of the time that I'm recording this video, it is 45 days until I will have a Switch in my hands behind me, ready to play. Ready to play Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is the other kind of big announcement, but I'll get onto that later. So March 3rd, price point of $299. I think that's a fair price for the console itself. Some other surprises that surprised me with the Switch is one, they didn't talk about really anything spec related, and they kind of focused a lot on what they had already talked about before in terms of, you can put it on and you're on the TV play, or you take it off and it's on the go play. I think it's good that they're hitting that message and that they're trying to drive it home, but I would have liked them to see focused a little bit more on the actual specs of the system. So yeah, I mean that's about it with Switch. Oh, two colors. I did not see that. That was also insane. I'm not a big fan of the neon blue, neon red, kind of both Joy-Con bundle. I think the neon blue is great alone. I think the neon red is great alone. But I don't really want to buy a bundle that has one of each. So I did pre-order the gray bundle at my local GameStop. So yeah, so that's about it with the hardware. The controllers, one of the big shockers was that HD Rumble feature. I'm very, very excited to see what that's all about, if I can actually feel a difference. I know a lot of the other discussions that I've been watching, some people feel a difference, some people don't. So I'll be interested to test it out myself and kind of see what that HD Rumble is like. The Pro controller we already knew about looks great. You can buy the Joy-Cons separately, you can buy them together. I don't know why anybody would buy them separately. I think the big shocker for me was the price point of all of those accessories. $80 for two Joy-Cons is a bit much, unless if you look at it in terms of like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where you're going to get two controllers for that $80. But if you're playing a game like ARMS, you need both Joy-Cons, so really you're buying one controller for the $80. So that's a really strange price point. I think it's too high, honestly, but either way, people are going to pre-order it, people are going to buy them. You need extra controllers. $70 for the Pro controller also is a bit high. I understand it has HD Rumble in it. It has the Amiibo functionality in it. It's got the motion controls in it. I mean, it's a high-tech controller, but $70 is a little pricey. And then a single Joy-Con, which I don't think anybody really needs to buy ever, is $50, which I also think is a little pricey, considering you're only getting kind of half a controller. Again, depending on which game you're playing. So I think the controllers are a bit excessive in price. I would have liked to see that price point dropped about $10, $15, but it is what it is. The other thing that shocked me was you can buy the dock separately. That alone didn't shock me, but the dock separately is $90 according to Nintendo's website. I don't know why anybody would want to buy an extra dock for $90. I understand if you have multiple TVs, you might want it in front of those different TVs in your house, but for $90, that's a big expense. So yeah, so a little bit about the hardware that I pre-ordered. I already said that I pre-ordered the gray Switch console. I also pre-ordered the Joy-Con bundle of two, gray, and I pre-ordered two charging Joy-Con grips. One for the extra set I bought, and then I found out later this week that the Joy-Con grip that comes with the system does not have charging capabilities. I thought that was really weird, so I went ahead and picked up a second Joy-Con charging grip. I'm kind of glad I did. I've noticed online that the Joy-Con charging grips are sold out pretty much everywhere. I don't know what that looks like in terms of in-store pre-orders or whatnot, but I'm glad I picked up both of those when I did. And then I'm going to pick up a Pro controller whenever those become available for pre-order. But that's kind of all I'm pre-ordering hardware-wise for the Switch. So a lot of really cool things. I'm still pumped for the hardware and the console itself. I would like to know more about the storage capabilities and whatnot with it. Oh, and that's the other thing I bought. It supports up to 256 gigabyte micro SD card. I actually picked up a 128 gigabyte micro SD card the other day, so I'm ready for when the Switch launches March 3rd. So let's kind of move on to games next. Again, this is what I'm going to be referencing over. So, big hitters. Zelda Breath of the Wild at launch. That's absolutely amazing. I'm stoked to play this game. The voice acting, the trailer is probably one of the best trailers I've ever seen for a video game. It was absolutely phenomenal. The fact that I can play it day one with my console is amazing. They had the exclusive bundles where you get the special edition that came with the game, the CD, the coin, the map, the Switch case that you can carry your tablet, the actual Switch in. And that came bundled in the special edition one, and then they had the master edition one that came bundled with all of the special edition contents, plus the Master Sword statue, and it looks awesome. I'm very, very, very excited for Zelda Breath of the Wild. I can't wait to play it. It'll be absolutely amazing. Other games that were announced, 1-2 Switch. So this is kind of where I had mixed opinions based off of if you would have talked to me last week versus if you talked to me today. When I saw the trailer, I was not excited. It looked pretty blah. They spent like a minute and a half on the cowboys just waiting. The trailer was pretty terrible. As I've learned kind of more about the game, listened to some other people who got hands-on time with it, it seems better. I'm still not like super hype about the game, but I think it seems better. It's really trying to show off the HD Rumble functionalities, and to me, that makes it worth it for the purchase, because I really do want to kind of feel that HD Rumble, see what it's all about, be able to feel one ice cube in a glass versus 3 ice cubes in a glass. I think that will be really, really cool to have that feature. But 1-2 Switch seems okay. I'm getting more excited about it. I think some of the games look absolutely terrible. The fact that you can milk a cow is weird to me. I think the quick draw game will be kind of cool maybe in competition. It's weird to me that you're not supposed to look at the TV screen. In one of the demos, they had ping pong, and you're supposed to look at each other and just kind of know where you're hitting the ball. And that seems weird and difficult, and I don't know. I have mixed opinions about it. I felt really bad about it when I first watched the reveal, but I feel a lot more optimistic now is kind of where I'm at. So that game was featured. It's another Nintendo new IP. I think that's a pretty interesting game. ARMS is the next one. It's another new Nintendo IP. And this game, again, I wasn't real hyped during the event, but I am getting to be a lot more excited for this game. I'm definitely going to purchase it when it comes out, especially since I have 2 sets of Joy-Cons at launch. I think it'll be a really fun game. I've heard, again, from some people who have played it hands-on that it's a really quality game and is really responsive and is pretty exciting. So I'm excited to have some people over, play ARMS, duke it out, and I think that'll be great. Another huge game, Mario Kart 8. So I am hyped for this game. Mario Kart 8 was amazing on the Wii U. I absolutely loved it on my Wii U. And I'm more excited to see it on the Switch with a true battle mode. I cannot be more excited for this battle mode. It's got the balloon battle, it's got the bomb-on battle. It's going to be awesome. It takes a lot of its roots and kind of makes sure that they made a quality battle mode in this game. The new characters look cool. 2 of them are Inklings, so, you know, whatever. I love the Inklings, but 2 more spots for 2 of the same character essentially seems eh. But they're pretty cool. I think we got King Boo and Dry Bones or Dry Bowser. I don't know. But the new characters will be cool. No new course tracks, which is kind of a bummer, especially since I bought the DLC on the Wii U. I've played all the tracks before, but it'll be fun to play through them again with friends, play that battle mode with friends. I think all in all, it'll be a really, really great game. The next big one is Splatoon 2. Oh, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm not thrilled that it's not a launch title. I think that would have been really cool. But coming out in April, it's not that bad. Splatoon 2, onto that. So this looks amazing. All the new courses, stages, all the new items, the outfits, everything about it looks great. It looks fresh. The new hub world looks great. I think all in all, this is going to be a great game. I loved my time with Splatoon. I'm very, very excited to try out Splatoon 2, see what it has to offer, and pick it up this summer. I think that that's a great time for it to launch. It's kind of, right after the Switch is launched, but not too late that people don't really want to pick it up or it's competing with other games. But I'm very, very excited for Splatoon 2. I'm excited that the Joy-Con, or not the Joy-Cons, the Pro Controller has the ability for the motion, so that way I don't have to worry about moving it with the analog sticks and whatnot. I think it's going to be a great game. I have no doubt in my mind about it. The next one, Super Mario Odyssey. Talk about an amazing trailer. If the Zelda Breath of the Wild trailer wasn't as amazing as it was, this would have been the best trailer at the event. But this was another amazing, amazing trailer. It looks fantastic. Seeing Mario next to real people is kind of weird, but it looks absolutely fantastic. Very, very excited for a true 3D Mario game. They referenced N64, Mario 64, and they referenced Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. Truth, I haven't actually played either of those games. I own Super Mario 64. It's actually in my N64 right behind me. And I'm borrowing a friend's copy of Mario Sunshine, but haven't had time to touch it yet. I'm very, very excited to play through my first 3D Mario game. Comes out holiday, which is a long, long wait, but it doesn't surprise me. I think it will be interesting to see sales, though, especially if Pokemon Stars is a real thing and comes out in that holiday time frame as well. It'll be very interesting to see how both Mario Odyssey and Pokemon Stars sell. But the worlds, the environments in Mario Odyssey look absolutely fantastic. It looks like a game that I want to explore, play over and over again, and just really have a lot of fun with. So those are the main Nintendo games that were talked about at the event. The other games that were talked about were a lot of third-party games. Now again, when I watched the event, I was very about the third-party games. I am not a big sports person, so I could care less about what EA has to say. But I do recognize that having FIFA, having NBA 2K18 and 17 and whatnot on the Switch is great. Because really Nintendo has not had those games in a while. So to see kind of a 3-console release of all of these games in the future, with Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch, I think that'll help a lot. They focused on Skyrim. I'm very excited for. I've never played Skyrim because I only own Nintendo consoles. So very excited for that. But then they talked about a lot of other third-party titles. I get why they did it. The Wii U failed with third parties. There was no third-party support at all. That was one of the big reasons that the Wii U did not succeed. So they really need that third-party support. And I think with the sales, if they come through with the console, with the first-party games, with the third-party games, third-party developers will continue to support the Switch, and new ones will also decide to support the Switch as long as the money's there. So I am Very excited to see kind of what the year has to offer. There's still been a ton of rumors, even after this event, about other third-party games coming out, other things related to Nintendo, etc. But I'm very, very excited for this console's launch. 45 days. That's hard to imagine. And I think it'll be absolutely amazing. Going back to kind of what I pre-ordered, game-wise, I pre-ordered the Master Collection of Zelda, which I'm excited about. I pre-ordered 1-2 Switch to try it out, see what it's about. I'll hang on to it. And then I pre-ordered Bomberman R, which was another game that kind of I did not expect to see. I've loved the Bomberman series. I haven't played a whole lot of it, but what I have played has been really, really great. And I'm very excited to see what that game has to offer, especially with 8-player co-op. I think it'll be a fun party game, fun to have people over and play with, and a really, really great thing. So, all in all, I'm really still excited for the Switch at this point. About a week ago, after the Switch reveal, I was mixed emotions. There were some high points of that event, there were some low points of that event, but the launch lineup is a little sparse, and I think I was hoping for more. But at this point, I've really looked into a lot of the different stuff, really tried to learn more about some of those games that I necessarily didn't care for at the beginning, like 1-2 Switch and ARMS, and they're starting to grow on me. I'm starting to see why they might be cool, and I'm very excited for the release. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have about the Nintendo Switch, Direct discussion, live broadcast, whatever, that happened about a week ago. And I hope to bring more Nintendo Switch videos to this channel in the near future. But stay tuned each week for kind of a new video relating to Nintendo stuff, and I will see you in about a week. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you have not yet, and make sure to share this with your friends. I'm trying to get a few more subscribers and see what kind of content I can make for you guys. Have a great evening.